Hi, I'm Naya. I never thought my own sister would cut me from her wedding party, but life has a way of surprising you, and not always pleasantly. Naya, can you meet me for coffee? My sister Vanessa's voice sounded strained over the phone. I need to talk to you about something. Sure, Ness. Everything okay with the wedding plans? I asked, already grabbing my keys. 30 minutes later, I slid into a booth across from Vanessa, whose perfectly manicured nails tapped nervously against her mug. So, what's up? I asked, stirring my latte. Vanessa took a deep breath. I've been doing a lot of thinking about the wedding party, and I've decided to make some changes. Oh? I thought everything was set. The dresses are already ordered. That's what I need to discuss. She looked everywhere but at me. Tyler's cousin, Melissa, is going to be taking your place as bridesmaid. The words hit like ice water. Taking my place? What are you talking about? It's just, Tyler feels it would balance things better. His side has 5 groomsmen and you already had 5 bridesmaids, including me. Your sister. My voice remained eerily calm. Vanessa fidgeted with her engagement ring. Tyler thinks family dynamics at the head table might be complicated. You know how Dad can be, especially around Mom's new husband. So I'm being cut completely? Not even moved to a different role? It's not personal, Naya. I laughed sharply. Not personal? Excluding your only sister from your wedding party is the definition of personal. You don't understand the pressure I'm under, Vanessa hissed. Tyler's family is contributing most of the money, and his mother has opinions about everything. So this is about Tyler's mother not wanting me in the photos? The same woman who's been cold to me since day one? That's not fair, Vanessa protested weakly. You know what's not fair? That you're choosing your fiancé's family over your own sister? My phone buzzed. It was my friend Zoe. How's the sister chat going? I need to go, I said, standing abruptly. Naya, please. You've made your choice, Vanessa. Later that night, Zoe poured me another glass of wine in her apartment. She actually cut you from the wedding? Zoe asked incredulously. Her own sister? Yep. Apparently, Tyler's mother thinks I'm too unconventional for their perfect society wedding photos. That's insane. What did your parents say? Dad's furious, but you know how he is with confrontation. And Mom, I sighed. She just said we should support Vanessa's decisions. My phone lit up with a text from my cousin Marcus. Just heard about the wedding drama. You okay? You know what? I said, putting down my glass. I'm not going to mope around while Vanessa has her perfect day. What are you thinking? Zoe asked, eyebrow raised. Remember that trip to Costa Rica we've been talking about? Let's do it. During the wedding? Are you serious? Dead serious. If I'm not wanted at the wedding, I might as well be somewhere amazing instead, Marcus called just then. Naya, this is messed up. Did she really choose Tyler's random cousin over you? She did, but I'm done feeling sorry for myself. Zoe and I are going to Costa Rica instead. That's actually brilliant, Marcus said after a pause. Mind if I swing by? I've got some interesting information about Tyler's family you might want to hear. What kind of information? Let's just say his perfect family isn't as squeaky clean as they pretend to be. So you're telling me Tyler's dad has been cooking the books at his company? I asked Marcus, who had just arrived at Zoe's apartment. Marcus nodded, loosening his tie. One of my clients is on their board. There's an internal investigation happening right now. Tyler's family is trying to keep it quiet until after the wedding. Does Vanessa know? Zoe asked, leaning forward. No way, Marcus replied. They're projecting this perfect family image while scrambling behind the scenes. The mother is especially desperate to maintain appearances. That explains why she's micromanaging the wedding, I said. It's all about distraction. My phone buzzed with a call from my mother. I sighed and answered. Naya, your sister says you stormed out on her today, Mom began without preamble. She cut me from her wedding party, Mom. Did she mention that part? Sweetheart, I know it hurts, but nothing. I'm not going to the wedding. Zoe and I are going to Costa Rica. You can't miss your sister's wedding, Mom gasped. Watch me. If I'm not important enough to be included, I'm not important enough to attend. After hanging up, I turned to find Marcus and Zoe staring at me. What? I asked defensively. I've never heard you stand up to your mom like that, Zoe said, impressed. Marcus's phone chimed. He checked it and his eyes widened. Well, this is interesting. My contact says the SEC might be getting involved with Tyler's dad's company. That's serious, I said. Very. And the timing couldn't be worse for them, Marcus added. The investigation could go public right around the wedding. So while I'm sipping cocktails on a beach, their perfect wedding might implode all on its own, I mused. Exactly, Marcus said. Sometimes the best revenge is just getting out of the way and letting karma do its thing. The next morning, Vanessa showed up at my apartment unannounced. You can't seriously be skipping my wedding, she said as soon as I opened the door. Why not? I'm not needed in the wedding party, so what's the point? You're being childish, Vanessa snapped. This is my special day. And you made it clear I'm not an important part of it. That's not true. You're still invited as a guest. How generous of you, I replied sarcastically. Look, I've already booked a non-refundable trip. Cancel it. This is ridiculous. No, what's ridiculous is you letting Tyler's mother dictate who should be in your wedding party. Vanessa's face flushed. This isn't about his mother. Isn't it? Because Marcus told me some very interesting things about Tyler's family. Her expression shifted. What are you talking about? Ask your future father-in-law about the SEC investigation. Vanessa paled. What investigation? Maybe you should be asking these questions before you marry into this family. You're lying, Vanessa said, her voice shaking. You're just trying to ruin my wedding because you're jealous. Am I? I leaned against my door frame. Call Tyler right now. Ask him about his dad's company being investigated. Vanessa hesitated, then pulled out her phone and stepped into the hallway. I could hear her heated whispers, followed by silence, then more urgent whispering. She returned, looking shell-shocked. He says it's nothing, just a routine audit. Is that what he calls an SEC investigation these days? Stop it! Even if there is something happening with his dad's business, it has nothing to do with our wedding. Except it has everything to do with why his mother is so controlling about the guest list, doesn't it? She's desperate to keep up appearances. That's not... My phone rang. It was Zoe. Hey, I'm confirming our flights. Should I book the Sunset Zipline tour for our first full day? Absolutely, I said, watching Vanessa's face contort with frustration. After I hung up, Vanessa tried a different approach. Naya, please, I need you there. You needed me as your bridesmaid, as your sister, but you chose Tyler's family over me. It's complicated. No, it's actually very simple. You made your choice, and I've made mine. 2 days later, I was packing when my dad showed up. Princess, we need to talk, he said, sitting heavily on my bed. There's nothing to talk about, Dad. Your mother is beside herself, and Vanessa is getting exactly what she wanted, a wedding without me in it. Dad sighed. There's something you should know. I spoke with Tyler's father at their country club yesterday. I paused my packing. And? He was called away urgently during our golf game. When he left, he forgot his phone on the cart. Dad leaned closer. It kept buzzing with messages about damage control and SEC containment strategies. So Marcus was right. It's worse than that. I overheard Tyler's mother on the phone later talking about moving assets offshore before the wedding. Did you tell Vanessa? I tried. She accused me of trying to sabotage her relationship. My phone lit up with a text from Marcus. Tyler's dad just resigned as CEO. It's hitting the news tomorrow. I showed Dad the message. His eyes widened. What are you going to do? He asked. Nothing. I'm going to Costa Rica tomorrow. Vanessa made her bed. Now she can lie in it. That evening, Tyler himself called me. Whatever you think you know, he began. I know your dad is under investigation for fraud, I interrupted. I know your family is trying to hide assets, and I know you've known all along. It's not what you think, Tyler said, his usual confidence faltering. Does my sister know you're marrying her while your family's empire crumbles? The wedding is in 3 days. Please don't ruin this. I'm not ruining anything. I won't even be there, remember? Your mother made sure of that. Naya, be reasonable. Goodbye, Tyler. Enjoy the wedding, if it still happens. The morning of Vanessa's wedding, I was floating in crystal blue waters off the coast of Costa Rica when my phone exploded with notifications. What's happening? Zoe asked, adjusting her sunglasses. I scrolled through the messages, each more frantic than the last. Tyler's dad has been arrested. The SEC raided their offices this morning. On the wedding day? That's some timing. I opened a text from Marcus with a link to a news article. Financial mogul arrested in massive fraud scheme. It gets better, I told Zoe. The feds froze the family's assets, including the accounts they used to pay for the wedding venue. My phone rang. It was my mother. Naya, it's a disaster, she sobbed. The caterers and florists all walked out when their payment was declined. The venue manager is threatening to lock everyone out. That's terrible, I said, trying to sound sympathetic while signaling the beach waiter for another cocktail. Your sister is devastated. She's locked herself in a bathroom and refuses to come out. Has she tried calling Tyler's mother for help? I hear she has excellent taste in bridesmaids. Naya, please. What do you expect me to do from another country, Mom? After hanging up, I turned to Zoe. Apparently, the perfect wedding is imploding. My phone buzzed again. This time, it was Vanessa. You knew this would happen, she accused through tears. I knew Tyler's family was under investigation. I tried to warn you. You could have tried harder. You're enjoying this, aren't you? I'm enjoying my vacation. The timing is just coincidental. Please, Naya, I need you. Everything's falling apart. That's unfortunate, but I'm thousands of miles away. By your choice, not mine. I made a mistake, okay? I should have stood up to Tyler's mother. I should have kept you in the wedding party. Yes, you should have. I'm sorry, Vanessa said, her voice breaking. Can you forgive me? I watched the waves crash against the shore. Maybe someday, but not today. 6 hours later, Marcus sent a video of guests leaving the wedding venue, confusion on their faces. The ceremony had been canceled. That evening, I sat with Zoe on our balcony, watching the sunset. Do you feel bad about what happened? She asked. I didn't do anything. I just removed myself from a toxic situation. True, but your sister's wedding day was ruined. Her wedding day was ruined by the choices she and Tyler made. She chose his family's approval over her relationship with me. He chose to hide his family's legal troubles from her. My phone lit up with a text from my dad. Tyler's mother had the nerve to blame our family for the scandal breaking today, as if we have that kind of power. The irony, I told Zoe, is that if I had been in the wedding party, I might have tried to help when everything fell apart. But I was conveniently uninvited. Sometimes the worst revenge is just letting people face the consequences of their own actions, Zoe observed. Exactly, I agreed, raising my glass. To Costa Rica and to karma. 3 months later, back home, I ran into Tyler at a coffee shop. He looked haggard. Naya, he acknowledged stiffly. Tyler, how's your dad enjoying house arrest? He flinched. We're getting through it. Vanessa and I are still together, by the way. We're planning a smaller ceremony. Good for you. She misses you, he said reluctantly. She wants you in the wedding party this time. I stirred my coffee thoughtfully. That's nice, but I think I'll pass. Still holding a grudge? No, Tyler. I've just learned which relationships are worth investing in. Have you ever had to step away from a family situation to protect your own well-being? Sometimes the best revenge isn't about getting even. It's about getting away and letting karma handle the rest.